Hello and welcome to another video. Today I thought I would show you a few of the cards I've received in card swaps in the past 2 months. Actually, I meant to do one last month, and then with just a little too much happening I didn't have a chance to do that. So this one will be very heavy, whereas in future videos with card swaps you'll probably see a fewer stacks. So let's start with actually the more recent ones. These are a little older. So these are from a few different styles. I technically haven't received all of them from the rest of the swaps yet, but I thought I'd still kind of share what I do have, and I'll share those next ones next time. This is one of the ones that I absolutely adored. Oh, I haven't finished opening these up. Perfect. Good. I'll keep those for later. So this is one of the cards that I really wanted to make sure to show you, in part because right here they've done this kind of faux sway technique where you actually take a piece of cardstock and you fray it enough so that it will actually have the ability to separate. And then let me see if I can get a little piece here and show you. And then because it's separated, you can actually sort of have two pieces that you can then use. So like I have just a piece of So Saffron here, and I'm just gonna essentially do this, and you can do it back and forth over and over. You're sort of breaking down the fibers so that, look at this right here. And then you just separate them out. And then it has this kind of faux sway technique, and if you were to feel this, it feels super soft. And so this is another way to kind of add a little bit of texture to your cards by doing this. And you know, if you're making, like me, I tend to try to make 2 versions of each card. So you could do this and use both sides to add some texture to each card. So I thought that was really great, and I definitely wanted to show this one off. I loved this particular style. And this is in the new Cinnamon Cider, which was just lovely. A couple others. So we've got here, right, we've got some of this just jade. You've got some really lovely colors. Occasionally, just a heads up, some of these do use some retired product. This is the new Host set, which is lovely. They use some silver embossing there, right? So you've got all kinds of fun things. I figured I'd just go through and show a few of them here. And what's nice too is that sometimes you'll be really fond of a particular, like this one was a few years back, the stamp set, but it's really beautiful. And I think this is actually the retired elegant eggplant color too. So what's nice though is that sometimes, even if you know, I would have chosen a different color combination, or I don't have that particular stamp set, I can still use the layout as inspiration, which is always fun. And sometimes, see, look, fun folds, isn't that fun? And this is this one just recently retired. This is Pineapple Punch, which is such a bright yellow color. So here's another, right? And so I love just using these swaps for inspiration, and I figured sometimes this will give me inspiration on things to do with my own cards that I can then share on with you guys, right? So here's another one with a different technique, right? And then, oh, I liked this one too, the kind of not really monochromatic, but sort of monochromatic look. Oh, I'll save the Christmas in July ones for a little bit later, I think. That'll be fun. So some people send them in with this, our clear envelopes, which is really useful. And then I don't remember who it was that sent this one, but they also send an envelope with it. So that's really nice. I can reuse the whole thing. So here's with the ornate, sweets embossing folder here with the paper. Love that, right? Oh, here's some more. And again, sometimes you'll see some retired colors, sometimes you'll see retired embellishments. It's really kind of fun. Look at that. That's a fun little fold, right? Oh, here's this one. This one's really fun because, and I might actually use this one as inspiration for later, is you can actually tuck this piece in, right? Look at that. Isn't that fun? And there you go. You just have to be a little bit careful. It looks like mine got a little damaged in the mail. Oh, and then this one here, if you have embellishments on your card, it's often recommended that you actually send it where it's flipped, because, oh, let me gently remove that. there's a little glue dot that got on here. Because what happens is this embellishment might tear your envelope. So usually they recommend either a combination of adding a piece of cardstock or you know, whatever you'd like, but some kind of protection for it. So there's that one. This is that new Magenta Madness color. So here's this one by a demonstrator, Sharon Verity. And so here I kind of don't want to undo the tie just because I haven't played with this ribbon well enough to know how well it ties. But you can see here it's just a nice little fun fold with that Forever Fern set. Here's a set I love, especially because with this one it sort of looks like this is a big, either a big cookie or a big chocolate. This was from Dana McClelland. Right, so we've got some really fun ones. I actually have this set, so I'll be able to make some really fun things with this one. This one here, you can actually spin this. So you can, sometimes it'll have enough tension where it'll actually have the ability to spin as you open it, like that. Isn't that fun? So definitely some neat things that I receive from my swaps. So there's that one. I love this gorgeous grape color here. Here's another one, a bit more subtle. Oh, here's a really bright one, the opposite of more subtle colors, right? And you've got this. Oh, here's some supplies. So sometimes swappers will actually give me a list of those supplies. So here's one that I absolutely love. This one's by Wendy Grover, which I thought was really cool because look at that. When it opens this way, so it's a little bit different than your typical either landscape or portrait. Oh, here's this one. I need to make a video with this set. I do love that. Like, isn't that fun? Look at that. Using up some paper, some different colors, right? Oh, here's a nice one with the magnolia blooms. Oh wait, not the magnolia blooms, the Good Morning Magnolia, right? Oh, here's one of the ones that I kind of wanted to show off. This is actually from an old paper pumpkin kit. So that's one of the things that makes it kind of fun when you do swaps is that, you know, you've also got the paper pumpkin kit stamp sets to choose from. Here, this one kind of highlighted the DSP and the different designs. And then we've got this right here where you've got the birch background stamp, which I loved. Okay, so next we've got this. I opened this one I think yesterday and I love it. And I also love, oh yeah, and here's a trick that I love, and I'll maybe show this on another one. So notice here, this particular person put it actually where this piece is tied, but then they actually just tightened a little piece on top, so it's sort of like a faux knot there. I mean, it's a real knot, but it's not within the actual thing, within the actual card. So here's this one. I love the blending on this. Right, nice. Oh, this was my card. Had those get in there. Did not mean to have those in there. Oh, and here's this one again with like a different design in terms of how it opens up. This one's also one where you'd probably want to have something covering it when you mailed it. Here's another really fun retired set. Love the beach look. Here's another one that's retired. Love that. Got some fun little sentiments. Oh, here's another one which had some really fun colors, and then I think you could probably tell. Let's see, I think you can tell there's a shimmer there. I believe they used the Wink of Stella there to kind of blend those colors. Here's another one with the Free as a Bird stamp set. Oh, here's a nice one. I love this again with like they use some sort of circle as a mask, and then they blended those colors in above, so either with the sponge or maybe the dauber, and that is just lovely. Those are some nice color combinations. I think that's Bermuda Bay and Night of Navy. Here's another one, right? And then here's one more, and I think this is actually they used to carry like a naturals paper. I think that's what this is. And then here we've got these lovely poppies in different colors. Okay, so figured I'd show you now. There's the swap that I participated in that I made this card for the Christmas in July card swap. I made this one with this little gnome, and I thought he was super cute. And so here's some of the cards I received. So there's this one. This one had a little gem, the little rhinestone on here, but my daughter claimed she was going to help me open the letter, but just picked that right off. Normally it doesn't come off very easily, but she's very determined, so I'll probably add another one here to the dot there. So there's this one, and this is in Pretty Peacock. Here's another one with some retired paper, right, and a nice little mixture. Here's one that I thought was really nice, because this is really good for sending it to somebody who maybe wants a more traditional holiday card. When you get one in the mail, here's one that has kind of this gold treatment with this cherry cobbler color, which is just lovely. Here's one that I love as well. This one is with these snowmen, and this is some paper from last year. But the stamp set carried over, so that was really fun for me. Oh, this one made it into this stack, even though it should have been in the other one. What I like about this one is that they kind of finish the picture, right, because of where they've actually cut out the die cuts, which is really fun. And notice again, right, you've got odd numbers, and that's what's going to be more visually pleasing to the eye. And then the set right here, where we have our DSP paper from our upcoming Snowflake Splendor DSP. So it's actually this piece here where we've got this, I believe this is Coastal Cabana or Pool Party. I think it might be Pool Party. But we've got this on one side and this on the other. And so they've actually embossed that piece. I think you can probably tell from this, even though it's on the in the piece. And you've got this piece here. They've die cut and then used the Wink of Stella to add a little bit of, or maybe that's, no, that looks like Wink of Stella, not shimmer paint. And they've added the 2 ribbons. They've added some really nice things there. And so, yeah, so those are some of the swaps that I participated in recently and some of the cards I've received. I haven't, again, like I said, there's a couple that I'm missing from July's swaps, so not all of them are in, but that's okay. I'll probably make sure to include them in my next video showing you guys the swaps that I've received. If that served as inspiration for any of you, I hope that you were able to like pause the video as you went along to jot down any kind of, oh, and then I guess I am a part of a color challenge group on Facebook, and this is the color challenge for the month of August. It is Blackberry Bliss, Gray Granite, which is this piece right here, Pear Pizzazz, and Petal Pink. So I made this little card. I did use some retired ribbon, but I thought that it went really well. There is new Gray Granite ribbon, but I think when I was going to order it, I think it was on back order, so I didn't have it for this, but I used the Bloom and Grow stamp set for this. And so I thought that that was really lovely. I have a family member who is getting married in October, and while we're not sure if we're attending yet, I hope we will. It depends on how all of these the COVID cases take place in the next little bit. So that being said, if you've got any questions, feel free to get in touch. I'll have another one of these probably next month in order to show you some more inspiration from other beautiful creators, and that will hopefully get your creative juices going too. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next video.